Hello and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very first guest of this week is this incredible singer and songwriter known by the name of Caley Rose. So I'm about to add Caley into the live now to have a chat with Caley about her incredible music. So yeah, let's add Caley in and have a chat with Caley.
Hello.
Hi Caley, how's it
Hi,
going?
how are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. I just want to say first up, thank you so much, Caley, for taking the time to join my show. It's such a pleasure having you on the show today. To
For
people that
having
don't
me.
know, you're very welcome. To people that don't know who you are, Caley, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Sure. Backstory. I am a singer-songwriter. I'm an indie pop singer-songwriter. I currently live in Los Angeles. I'm going to be doing a tour soon, so I'll be living everywhere. I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, and then I lived in New York for a while, where I worked doing off-Broadway theater. And now I'm happily doing pop music. I became a songwriter 3 years ago. I've been a singer my whole life, but it took me a while to find songwriting because I don't know, I thought I should trust other people with their writing expertise, and I didn't realize that I was a songwriter. And so then I did that, and my life opened up, and now I'm the happiest person in the world.
Awesome. Well, we'll dive right into the questions now, Caley. So for my very first question, so you've created incredible songs. For the very first song, you've created a song called Behind Closed Doors and also a music video for Behind Closed Doors. What was it like creating Behind Closed Doors and getting to create this incredible song?
Thank you. That's so kind. Hi from Colombia. Hi. I've been to Colombia. I've been to, where did I go? I can't think. Not Bogota. My God. Medellin. Okay. I need to say hi to the chat. Yeah. So Behind Closed Doors. Thank you. That means so much. I was walking around this neighborhood in Los Angeles and looking at these big, beautiful, probably very expensive houses and thinking, wow, it must be so nice to live there, you know? And I had a friend going through an awful divorce at the time, and she lived in a big, 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 beautiful house. And so I thought, you know what? Not everything is perfect from the outside. And then the song just kind of came like this download from the universe to me. And, but of course, it required a lot of work. I never want to make things seem like they're easy because I don't want to discourage other songwriters, you know. But it did feel like a moment, you know, of inspiration. And then a lot of crafting and a lot of work afterwards. And the music video was super interesting. We had a very different idea, but then COVID happened. And so I couldn't have, you know, like 8 couples in a room all dancing at a long table. It's funny because our original idea did incorporate masks, but very different looking masks. So in the end, you know, it was COVID. And so we got 2 dancers that were comfortable, you know, knowing each other in that intimate way. And they were able to dance. Hello, I'll give you all the hearts back. They were comfortable dancing together, and the director and the cinematographer were comfortable on set. And I actually wasn't there in person, which was so crazy. I was in Seattle, and the music video was being shot in LA, and I didn't need to be there because this song kind of always felt like I was distanced from it. Like I was the narrator, just kind of seeing these 2 people. So it worked in that sense for COVID, you know?
Well, for my very next question, so you've also created a song called That Chick.
Yes.
What was it like coming up with the idea of wanting to create That Chick, and what's the meaning behind this one?
Thank you for asking. So that's my latest release. You can listen to it everywhere music is streamed. And I have another song coming out this Friday, which I'll tell you about. But That Chick, I had my friend Peaches XX Cream over, and he's an amazing producer. Hi, Sarwar. And we were talking about, he got the impression that I was really, really confident because we were in a songwriting class together, and I'm not. And so we started talking about confidence and how, you know, like you see those people that are very confident, and I always want to be more like them. And so we started talking about like being a work in progress and all this stuff. So that's kind of how the song was born. It's like I wanted to write an anthem for the girl who didn't already feel confident, but she was working on it. So the girl who was working on it was the girl that we were writing for, and that's what I could relate to. Because the already confident things where people are all so strong and so confident, I couldn't relate to them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So on to your very next question. So you've also created another incredible song called We Don't Wear Halos.
Aw, thank
What was
you.
it like? You're very welcome. What was it like getting to create this song, and what's the meaning behind this one?
So We Don't Wear Halos was a melody that came to me with kind of the words. and it just sounded like a cool, dark idea that I really wanted to explore, because I could see it being in like a dark television show about characters who, you know, have things that they're certainly not proud of. And so this like kind of alter ego came to mind, or not an alter ego, but an anti-hero came to mind. And we all have things that we've done that we're not proud of and that we wish we could take back. So that's what We Don't Wear Halos is about. It's, you know, nobody's perfect. We certainly don't have halos. We are humans and we are flawed, and that's what makes us human. So that's what that one's about.
Awesome. So I'll say your next question. So you've also created a song called Even When. What was it like coming up with the idea of creating Even When, and what's the whole meaning behind Even When?
So thank you. That one, I think I even saw my co-writer Amy Felice was on here. Maybe she still is. If you're there, Amy, we love you. Hi. She co-wrote that with me, and I was going through a really dark, difficult time with one of my best friends. And we constantly talked about everything in our lives. And then there was something that she was going through that she could not talk to me about. And it was really hard because I wanted to help her through it, but I had to learn that, you know, there's a time and a place for everything. And I had to kind of give that space. And so I wrote a couple of songs that'll be released about that topic, because it's a supportive song, you know, when we want to help people that we love, but when they don't need our help, it's a really difficult time. So that's Even When. Yeah. A song of support.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll say your next question. So you've also created a song called Father. What was it like creating Father, and what's the meaning behind Father?
Father is a song for everyone who has a complicated family relationship in their lives. It's called Father, but that was the one word that I couldn't call this person who I felt like was my father, because he was in my life from when I was 3 to 15, and he still is in my life, but he was like a father figure to me. And so I, you know, when I refer to him, it's like this complicated relationship, because I say he's my father figure because he dated my mom from when I was 3 to 15, you know, and he was certainly like a father to me. But like the lyrics in the song say, you know, he'll just call me a friend. And I'm like, that's kind of weird if you just call me a friend, because people are going to think I'm like your girlfriend or something, and I'm clearly not, you know. So I like to over explain things, and he's, you know, just like, no, it's nobody's business, you know, I know that you're like a daughter to me, I don't need to explain myself to people, and I clearly need to write a song about it. So it's what we do.
Yeah, awesome. So I'll say your next question. So you also created a song called Something New. What was it like getting to create something new, and what's the whole meaning behind this one?
So Something New was another one of those flashes of inspiration. I was standing looking at the ocean on the day that I found out that I was pregnant, and my baby's now 1, sleeping. And I just had this little like, da, 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 you know, come into my head, and the idea of this something new. And I thought, oh, that's fun. And it's light and it's happy. And then I had a co-write scheduled that night with 2 of my friends, Jackie and Cassie, and they came over, and it was funny because usually when you are, I was 4 days pregnant at that point, you don't tell people, you know, you keep that a secret because you're worried, you know, what if something happens, and miscarriages are so common. But I'm a songwriter, and so I give all my secrets all the time, and I write songs about them. So I couldn't keep a secret, and so my husband and I agreed, like, okay, you can write a song about this. And so we wrote it that night, and Something New, the song, was born months and months before the baby was born.
Awesome. So I'll say your next question. So what made you decide as a person, and especially as an artist, like to get into the music scene in the first place?
From like the smallest babyest age, I've always been singing and like standing on tables and performing. So it almost feels like it wasn't a choice. It was like something in me that I couldn't ignore. And then my mom put me in voice lessons when I was 8, and I was in all these choruses and traveling choruses and musicals and operas and shows when I was a kid. And then I really like leaned hard into musical theater in high school, and that's when I went to college in New York because I wanted to be on Broadway. That was like totally my goal. But then I read this book called The Secret, which a lot of people know and some people make fun of, but it's really helpful for some things. And it's all about like, if you have only one life, you can do whatever you should be doing, the thing that you want to do, you know, and there are people doing that thing that you want to do. So why not you? And so when I really sat down and thought about it, what I really loved was pop music, but I had no idea how to get into pop music because in middle school and high school, they kind of just guide you on this path to either classical opera or Broadway. And nobody was giving me a pop music education. You know, I was just getting it from the radio. So then I found some producers to work with, and I made a whole bunch of mistakes. And then, like I said, I really found myself as a songwriter. And then the community opened up, and it was so incredible. So here I am.
Sounds like our very next question. So who would be your all-time inspirational person or music artist that inspired you in the first place?
In the first place, I would say I was growing up and I was listening to 90s music, Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, and it was all R&B because my mom loves those crooners. So we would sit in the car and sing to that. And lately, I'm super inspired. I'm obsessed with Bruno Mars and Adele, and definitely different from Whitney Houston because R.I.P. Whitney Houston.
Awesome. Sounds like our very next question. So what does performing music mean to you, as an artist standpoint?
I love performing live, virtually. You know, I've been doing a lot of live streams on Twitch. Actually, tonight, Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a live stream on Twitch. And it's, it helped us through COVID and connecting in this way. And I think it helps us as human beings when people perform because it shows us that the emotions that a lot of us might think are completely unique to us are not, and these human emotions, everybody's lost someone they love. Everybody's, had a hard time with a friend. Everybody's fallen in love, hopefully. So my mission as an artist is to help people feel like they're not alone. So to me, that's what performing does. I can connect with people. This seems okay.
You're back.
My mom dialed in accidentally. She doesn't know I'm doing this right now. But yeah, it's about connecting with people, and my goal has always been to show people that they are not alone, because I would hate for people to feel like they're alone.
So on to our very next question. So if you could work with any top 3 music artists in the music industry, who would they be and why?
So I kind of touched on that in the last one. Definitely Bruno Mars. That would be the holy grail for me. Adele, because she's incredible. And then number 3, it's so hard. It's like choosing your most precious darlings. I want to say Sarah Bareilles, but I feel she collaborates, I guess. Or Jason Mraz, or Maggie Rogers, or Pitbull.
Yes.
So I picked 5.
Yes. Awesome. So on to our next question. So what have you learned? Yeah. So what have you learned about yourself as a person, and especially as an artist, during COVID?
During COVID. It's funny, at the beginning of COVID, I was like, I'm doing so well at this. I must be an introvert. But I think a lot of us, I don't know, maybe I just had too much on my schedule, and then I realized I need to calm down. I really do love connecting with people. I really love performing. And I mean, most recently, I learned how much I miss and love performing because I had to cancel a show. And it kills me. It was supposed to be in LA at Hotel Cafe, and now I'm trying my darndest to figure out how to perform live because I love these virtual interactions, but there's nothing like performing live. So I'm going to do a show in a park in September, but I have to figure out the details, and I had to apply for a permit, and I'm doing all this crazy stuff. So I'm going to be that girl in a park singing, and I'm going to tell everyone to come. And COVID makes us get creative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll take the very next question. So what are the positive and negatives into creating your own music, and how do you get through those negative moments as an artist?
Positives and negatives. Well, when I started out, I was writing for other people, and I didn't think I wanted to do the artist thing. I thought that I thought it wasn't meant for me. And so I was very happy to be able to do the artist thing and make that decision because I was able to kind of control the quality of songs, hire the producers and make sure it was the quality I wanted. So that's something I learned about myself as a performer. I like control. And then, so that was a positive because I get to make the song. I get to reach the people and tell the stories and do all the things that I've ever wanted to do. So ignoring that and writing for other people didn't work for me. And the negatives, I mean, everything is on your head, as good as the control is in some aspects. I'm looking to hire a digital marketer right now, but I'm pretty much doing it all myself, and it's a lot, and it's a 24/7 job. Like, every piece of food you put in your mouth, like, your body is your instrument, you know? And so you could go crazy just thinking about, like, everything you do could be for music, and every minute of your day could be utilized in that way. So that's a negative. It can make you very stressed.
Awesome. So I'm sorry for your last question. So what's like next for you, like music wise, for the rest of 2021, like that you'd like to announce on the show?
Yeah. So in 2 days, I'm releasing Fight Like a Girl, and that's going to be my next single. I'm very excited for everyone to hear that sound. And then I have a music video coming out for that chick in several weeks. I could have released them on the same day, but it didn't make sense. So in like 3 weeks. And then I'll have more singles coming out towards the end of the year for sure. And I'm going on tour in 2022, and I'm going to be traveling around the U.S. in an Airstream trailer with my family and making up for all this lost time of not performing live.
Awesome. Well, would you like to perform one of your songs on the show, by the way, Caley?
Sure. I didn't know I would be doing that, so let me unearth my piano. Here. Sorry, I totally did not know. Where are you coming from right now, Jacob?
I am from good old Brisbane, Australia.
Ah, Australia. I thought it was an Australian accent. Here,
Yeah, we're currently in a 6-week lockdown currently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to leave your house?
We're able to leave our house for essentials, but that's basically it.
Oh my gosh. At least you're keeping safe, but that's gotta be
pretty much.
It's so tough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I shouldn't even complain about like canceling my show because there are worse things, right? Way worse things. Okay, I'm getting out my keyboard. I get my earpiece too. See a better sound. What was your response?
Whatever works with you.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. Let's do Father. What is a father? The one word you never let me call you. You call me a friend, but you mean so much more than that to me. I wanted a place in your world to hear you say that's my girl, but I'm not a little girl anymore. Not a little girl anymore. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Where was my father when it came to me walking toward the altar? Were there tears on your face? Why were you sitting? Were you silently giving me away? Wanted a place in your world to hear you say that's my girl, but I'm not a little girl anymore. Not a little girl anymore. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. You held me as close as you knew how, but love at arm's length isn't enough. No arm's length left isn't enough. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Not a little girl anymore. father? What would you tell your daughter?
Yeah.
That one.
Caley,
I should have closed these curtains. Sorry.
No, you're
There,
all good.
give you a better view. I almost reached over while I was playing, and then I just didn't.
Wow, that was wow.
Thank you. Oh, thank
can
you.
I just say thank you so much again, Caley, for appearing
Thank
on my
you.
show. Such a pleasure having you on the show today. Do you
Thank
have
you.
any last final thoughts that you'd like to give to people on the show?
Oh God, if you're in a tough time right now, I promise you it gets better. Like, you know, I just always think like if someone could hug my younger little self who was like lonely and crying in New York, like it gets better, I swear. And you just have to keep going and just keep going. And like, it might not be in the next 5 minutes, but I don't know, like tomorrow you could answer the phone and your whole life could change, or like you could meet someone, you know, but we also have to make ourselves happy. And I needed to learn that during COVID. That's really important, you know, like it's my job to like go outside and realize going outside and meeting people makes me happy. So I can meet them across the park and smile. I don't know. That's my diatribe.
Okay.
Driving into work in a world she don't belong. She's grinding every day for the life she wants. She's fighting. She earns her 80 cents, drinks her coffee strong. Keeps her cool when the pressure's on. She's fighting. You taught me life's not easy. She showed me to take that lead. I gotta fight like a girl. She taught me nothing comes free. She showed me I'm all I need. Fight like a girl. Fight like a girl. Now I'm the one who's got cool hands on the wheel. I'm racing home stretch. I'm a woman of steel. I'm fighting. Try to catch up, can't match my speed. I learned how to win this race from her backseat. I'm fighting. She taught me life's not easy. She showed me to take that lead. I gotta fight like a girl. She taught me nothing comes free. She showed me I'm all I need. Fight like a girl. Fight like a girl. Bring on the bruises. Land every punch. When women fall, we get back up. Bring on the bruises. Land every punch. When women